Minecraft, cruising streets for gold is actually a surprisingly good description for this episode of Minecraft Exploration and Tactics as we continue to explore ocean monuments and do some science. So let's get started. I see a big slime over there, and for reasons that'll become clear, I want that. And so I'm gonna get my looting sword as well. And we will go see if we can manage to get ourselves some slime balls, maybe? Oh no, I just loaded the game. Frame rate is not good. Oh, two big slimes. Okay. Let's hope for good things. I think I'll break them apart with my diamond sword. And then hit the smaller ones with the looting sword. Hopefully. Alright, I think I can hit you and hit you. And then hit the little guys with this. And try to get slime balls. We need slime balls. That is the goal. And it just occurred to me when I was at night that I saw these guys. Okay, where's the other big guy? He's over here. Come back here, big slime. I've got plans for you. It involves you dying and turning into lots of little slime balls for me, please. Alright, oops, yikes. I could also use, if we happen to see some creepers around here, I could also use, yeah, you go away. I could also use some extra gunpowder. Yeah, all of these things, I hadn't really thought about kind of setting up any kind of like general purpose mob farms, but that might actually be a smart thing for me to do at some point or another. Alright, 29 slime balls. Alright, looting swords are the best thing ever. I'm gonna run around here and see if I can pick up any other resources that I want to get. Well, that night turned out pretty well. I ended up getting the 29 slime balls and also 11 gunpowder. Because it is the case that I want to do some things with some TNT and some slime blocks. We have a variety of experiments that I want to do that are related to the ocean monument, the water temple, the whatever you call those things, as well as guardians and mining fatigue. In the previous episode, I thought I had kind of conquered the temple by defeating the Elder Guardian, and some people pointed out that there's actually, I guess, 3 Elder Guardians per water temple. In any case, there's at least one more at that water temple because it actually appeared on the screen. You could see his tail kind of glitching through the wall at some point. And so, as a result, there's a lot of experiments related to mining fatigue that I'd like to do. I have 6 more slime balls in here, too. That's nice. And so, basically, it is the case, it has been suggested that there are certain blocks that are kind of, I don't know, immune to mining fatigue might be one way to describe it. And so I want to check those things out. But let's go ahead and craft some TNT and craft some slime blocks. And actually, I have some more gunpowder in here. Let's make a couple more pieces of TNT, because there's other experiments with TNT that I would like to do as well. Whoa. That was not a very successful spreading of the blocks. There we go. And sure, let's go ahead and make one more piece of TNT. Alright, that'll be good. And yeah, I have some other things I'd like to experiment with too. Let me get together kind of all the inventory I want to get, and we will travel back through the Nether. We'll go back to the water temple, and we'll start doing some experiments related to mining fatigue and guardians and all that good stuff. Alright, so we're back here at the water temple, and I have lots of interesting things in inventory, some of the usual night vision potions and milk, but I also have a variety of other things, and so let's go through them kind of one by one. First off, someone pointed out that doors would be a great thing to use underwater for breathing spaces and also to block line of sight, because you can put a door down on the ground, and then even though I can't necessarily, if I had mining fatigue, pick it up, I can stand inside the door and have kind of breathing room, and I can also close and open the door in order to be able to kind of like change line of sight and kind of like close off corridors from the guardians. And so that seems like something that would be useful to use, potentially. I don't have a night vision potion going right now, and so apologies that it's a little bit dark. Let's go ahead and pick up that door and retrieve it as something that we could use in the future. And let me also go ahead while I'm thinking of it and make another chest to kind of like store different things here. But basically I was trying to think of different ways to deal with mining fatigue, working under the assumption that there will indeed be more Elder Guardians over there who are going to give me mining fatigue once again. And so a variety of people pointed out that there are some blocks that are kind of immune to mining fatigue, it seems. And so first off, let's check those out. Apparently, slime blocks you can just punch with your hand, and TNT blocks you can just punch with your hand, and they kind of like get mined instantly. And apparently these are blocks which are not subject to being slowed down by mining fatigue. I'm not even sure what the right word is to use. But let's go over near the temple so that the Elder Guardian will... Oh gosh, these guys are going to start attacking me though too. Hopefully the Elder Guardian will give me mining fatigue so that we can start doing some tests. There we go. That always surprises me. It's a very... the noise it makes is loud and it kind of comes out of nowhere and it's like... You. Alright, so now we have mining fatigue. And just to demonstrate, it takes a very long time now to do things like dig a sand block with its efficiency shovel. But apparently, yes, indeed, we can still place and break TNT and slime blocks. All right, and so those could be very good blocks to place around you when you're in a bind, but still be able to break them. And so if I had more slime blocks, obviously I'd have to kill a whole bunch more slimes. They could be very useful. The TNT I'm a little bit more nervous about, but those were blocks that people suggested in the comments. I was trying to think if there were other blocks that one can typically mine very quickly. And another thing that I came up with is leaves and shears. So I want to try that. Nope, it's still the case that the mining fatigue kicks in. They do still go pretty quickly relative to some other blocks, perhaps. But nevertheless, it is still the case that that is something with mining fatigue. And is it the same thing if I try to break it with my fist? Yes, it goes very, very slowly to try to break the blocks with my fist. Alright, so I was thinking that possibly that was another block that we might be able to use that would be perhaps immune to mining fatigue, but it doesn't seem to be the case. I wonder what would happen if you put efficiency on the shears, if that would go even faster than that. But that was something else that I was thinking of. And then in terms of breaking blocks, in addition to, you know, trying to break blocks by, you know, punching them or using a pick, there are other ways to break blocks that also involve TNT. And so I wanted to experiment a little bit with TNT. I'm not even sure, I haven't done a whole lot with TNT kind of underwater and underwater settings. I don't know if you can light TNT with a flint and steel while it's underwater. And so since it's underwater, this shouldn't break any blocks, but I just want to find out, yes, you can still light it with flint and steel. And so that is a possible thing that we could do, except for you need the TNT to not be in contact with the water if you want it to actually break blocks. And so the idea I had then would be to do something along these lines. I guess the leaves are good blocks to also use. The idea would be basically to kind of... actually, I need some more sand anyway. And so suppose... it's going to take forever, but I'm going to mine a couple pieces of sand over here. Yeah, this will take forever. Let's go drink a bottle of milk, or a bucket of milk. That will speed things up. Oops. Milk on the bar. Alright, milk has been taken. Suppose I was in the Ocean Monument Temple, and there's a big wall right here, and I want to try to get through the wall. I could imagine, but I want to test this underwater, darn. So yeah, let's actually test it down here. So once again, imagine this is in the Ocean Monument. Someone pointed out that I don't have aqua affinity on this helmet. I only have respiration, and that was a good point. It was something that didn't even occur to me. I'll need to do some more work to kind of like enchant and get my levels up. But I would like to put aqua affinity on this helmet as well. But in any case, what I wanted to test is, what if I surround the TNT and other blocks so that the water stays away from it? So basically like this, if I light the TNT and then enclose it with another leaf block, then will the TNT actually explode blocks? And I could use that to kind of bust through the walls, even if I had mining fatigue. So let's see if this works. I basically do that, and then get away. Yes, it did break blocks. And so basically, if you make a little kind of cubby hole around the TNT, such that it's not underwater anymore, then the TNT can actually explode some blocks, and that's another way that we could break some blocks while we're under the influence of mining fatigue. And I managed to get some more sand there as well, so that's useful. So that's another thing that I was thinking about. And finally, you'll notice that I have some pistons in my inventory, and I was wondering about pistons and if I could use pistons possibly successfully to move blocks while I'm under the influence of mining fatigue. But that's another thing that I will need to... Let me go ahead and set up an experiment, and then we'll go get some mining fatigue and then see what we can do or what we can't do with pistons. So I'll be right back. I don't have mining fatigue yet. The idea was, imagine this was a wall of the temple that I was trying to get through. Maybe there's a way to use pistons to do it. One of the challenges is that pistons always try to face the player. It'd be kind of nice if they were going the other direction, because I'm trying to try to push through this wall. And so one could imagine doing something like this. I could place a slime block here, but unfortunately now that slime blocks are sticky and try to stick to different things, this isn't going to work anymore. A slime block would just be good just because it's a block that I could pick back up. I suppose I probably can't move the piston, actually. We'll have to test that. I imagine a piston will be subject to mining fatigue. I might be able to do something like this. And let's see. And this. Right, and if this were a sticky piston instead, then I might be able to pull a block out of the wall. Like that. That doesn't really help me a whole lot. Kind of makes like a tiny hole in the wall, but this block is still there that I wouldn't necessarily be able to mine. I do think that I'd be able to get like the lever back like that without having to mine it, because the lever's on a slime block, but the piston I probably wouldn't be able to get back. I guess let's go ahead and test that. Like normally you can mine a piston pretty quick, but my hunch is that with mining fatigue we wouldn't be able to mine the piston at all. But I guess let's see if we can manage to convince an Elder Guardian to give us mining fatigue once again, so we can kind of double check on that. Hopefully I've gotten close enough that I'm about to get a surprise. I don't know, is it a surprise if I know that it's coming? By the way, it was basically just over here that we saw the Elder Guardian, oh boy, before, where basically his tail was kind of glitching through the wall just as I was exiting. And so hopefully another one of the Elder Guardians will be easy to find, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't kill them. Oh, there we go. All off so that we could do these experiments with mining fatigue. But now that I have mining fatigue, let's verify that it's still slow to try to break a piston, and then also verify that I would be able to pick up a lever if it was on a slime block simply by breaking the slime block. Okay, so if I try to break this, yes, this is very slow, even with a pick. And then the other thing I wanted to see is if I place this, it's very slow to break this now, but I still can break the slime block just like that. And so if there were other blocks, oops, that kind of attach to slime blocks, that would be another way to possibly set up some blocks. I guess torches. Can I break a torch? I'm not sure if I broke the torch there or the slime block while I have mining fatigue. Let's put a torch on the wall. Yes, I can still pick up the torches just as easily. So I'm trying to think if there's any other blocks. I guess ladders? Do I still have ladders in my inventory? I'm not sure that they would be particularly useful, but even though the ladders are hard to break down, we could break them off of the slime blocks like that. I'm just trying to see if there's other ways to take advantage of, even while being under mining fatigue, being able to place a lot of structure and then still be able to break it down even while having mining fatigue. In any case, it seems like it would be really useful to have a lot more slime blocks, and in order to do that, I'm going to have to go back home with the looting sword and hang around the swamp and try to kill a bunch more slimes. But I think I've at least done the experiments that I wanted to do right here at the beginning. There's a slime. I started chopping down lots of trees in the swamp just to make it easier to see them from far away. But one spawned unexpectedly over here. Hello, creeper. I would not mind trying to get some extra gunpowder off of you as well. But yes, oh good, this guy split in 4. That'll be really good. Looting, looting, looting. Let's try to get lots of slime balls. Yes, it definitely would be good for me to start making some mob farms and different things in this world just to have plenty of materials for future experiments. But for now, burning a few slime balls and gunpowder the good old-fashioned way is not a bad strategy. Yes, you can see over here, hopefully in a moment. Ouch. You're the skeleton take damage because I got thorns. Yeah, I chopped down a whole lot of the trees that are over here. Oh, here's another one. Great. So that when a slime spawns like that, I will be able to see him really easily. You can die. And so can you. Oops, I hit the slime. Alright, well that's fine. Let's break you up into little pieces. Let's kill off the skeleton if we can. This is a very good bow. I don't remember what's on this bow, but it seems to be one-shotting some guys, which is fantastic. Alright, and I'm losing some durability on my looting sword by accidentally hitting the grass. But yeah, I think even just killing a couple big slimes like that, yeah, 47 more. That's another, I guess just like 4 or 5 slime blocks. Alright, all kinds of bad guys spawning over here. Let's see if we can get any more slimes. But yeah, I think basically I was trying to decide if I wanted to do any more experiments with mining fatigue, and there aren't any more experiments I can think of right now that I want to do with them. I can imagine that there will be in the future, but we have found multiple water temples in this world, and so I think I'm going to go ahead and try to kill the rest of the Elder Guardians and finish off this water temple, and then if we have more mining fatigue experiments that we want to do in the future, then I can do them at a different water temple, and so that's going to be the plan. And so basically I'm going to stock up on a few more materials to be in good shape to try to take on that water temple, and we will see if we can finish it off and find out what treasures lie therein. I was looking through my inventory to prepare taking on the water temple again, and I forgot all about these blocks. We have more things we need to experiment with. The wet sponge, this is one that I know about. I know that you can dry it out in a furnace, and so let's go ahead and actually do that. I just need to dry, I presume it just dries like cooking a single thing, and that will turn it into a dry sponge. And then the dry sponge absorbs a certain amount of water. I'm not sure exactly what that amount of water is off the top of my head. It might be like 3 or 4 blocks around it. I'm not sure if this is a good idea or not. Let's try putting it underwater over here and just kind of watch what happens. We'll see what happens to the squid too. Assuming I can manage to place the sponge block down here. Whoa! Alright, that seemed to affect an area maybe like up to 4 blocks away from the sponge, possibly. And then some of the water went and kind of healed itself afterwards. And then I believe this leaves us with, once again, a wet sponge. Interesting, interesting. And then I think the wet sponges, if you place them, yeah, they don't really have any effect on the water. So you need to dry out the sponge in order to have it suck up some water, and then it sucks up some region of water that seems like it's kind of some number of blocks away. And so that's interesting. I imagine that there's more experiments to be done there, and that could be really useful in some situations, but I haven't really thought it through yet. It'll be useful to have more sponges, and I believe you get them from killing the Elder Guardians, and possibly there's also some other sponges that one can find in the Water Temple, and so that's something that I'll definitely want to play around with a bit. And then prismarine shards. Okay, 4 of them turn into prismarine, which is this awesome looking block that I think is the one that changes colors over time, maybe? Or was it a different block? I think I'm going to do some fast forwarding here and just see if this is actually changing colors. Yeah, I can see it happening. So hopefully I'll have done some fast forwarding there to enhance the effect, but it definitely kind of changes between kind of like a blue and then a whiter yellow kind of color and some that's more green. And so it just kind of slowly changes colors over time, and so that's a very interesting block. And then prismarine crystals, I guess I don't have 4 of them. I don't know if you need 3 of them, or I think they might be involved in making those glowstone lantern blocks. And I wasn't paying enough attention to see if it's just the normal guardians who drop both of these things, or if it's only like the elders who drop this one. I'm not sure. And so that's something else that we'll have to experiment with a bit. I'm sure these are things that I can look up on the wiki, exactly what you can craft with these things, but I'd like to have more of them and just kind of play around with it in a crafting table and see if I can figure it out for myself. Alright, let's take another shot at this water temple. I'm not going to immediately get some night vision, because I want to try to get inside the temple. I'll probably get mining fatigue, but then I'm going to drink some milk and go from there. I wonder if blocking actually helps when these guys fire at you. I still took 1.5 hearts of damage. Let's see if I can break the line of sight. Presume the mining fatigue is coming. Oh, such spooky noises in here. Alright, basically over here, I don't have mining fatigue yet. I want to try to get through... Oh boy. Right in here. Because I think this is where... Alright, let's put a torch where we saw... Yeah, there's the Elder Guardian. Okay, awesome. So I see him. Let's make sure that my food is up. And I guess if he's not going to give me mining fatigue... Let's see if he gives me mining fatigue once he sees me. Oh my gosh, okay. He's firing his laser. Okay, there's the mining fatigue. Great. So now what we're going to do is we are going to drink the milk. We are going to drink a night vision potion. We're going to hope that the mining fatigue isn't going to come back for another full minute. And we're going to see if we can manage to defeat this guy. So I'm going to run up near him. Going to break line of sight like that. And then just do a whole bunch of damage. Yes! Nice. And there is another Elder Guardian down. Fantastic. And inside this room, I see some other Guardians kind of glitching through the ceiling over here. But this seems to be kind of just going around the outside. Let me go ahead. I'm not going to bother with the ladders. And I'm going to try not to get lost by not going too far. But it seems like there's almost like an outer corridor here. And so I wonder if we might find the other Elder Guardian over on this side. I see a bunch of normal Guardians over here. Oh, this does circle around to where I was before. Alright, while I don't have mining fatigue... Oh boy. Oh, so much for that, while I don't have mining fatigue. Alright, we've got mining fatigue again. So in that case, and since this circled around to somewhere that I've been, let's instead try to do something else. So just a moment ago, the batteries on my noise-canceling headphones gave out. And when they do that, all of a sudden, it makes things sound really weird in my headphones. And so I've just gone and replaced the batteries, and so we're okay again. I'm going to go up to the second level because I think I've explored most of the bottom level. I'm going to continue to do the ladders on the right thing once again so that I don't get lost on this level and I can find my way back out to where I need to go downwards. But it looks like this is just kind of a dead end up here. I currently still have 6 more minutes of night vision, but it doesn't look like this is going anywhere useful. And so I can see the ladders on the left to find my way back out to either of these holes. Both go down to some of the same rooms, I think. Or is this? This is just a little dead-end room that doesn't go anywhere. I didn't see any other places to go up from here. And I'm starting to get, okay, a good internal model. Okay, that guy has thorns. I would like him to swim away. And then maybe I can hit him. And then maybe we can also notice a little bit more carefully exactly what these guys drop. Okay, I'm going through my ladders, which is good. Oops, that guy had thorns and I took a hit. While trying to hit him, I see. So there's places to kind of swim up here in this room as well. Let's try to maybe do that. I'm kind of worried about these guys. These Guardians. Alright, you have thorns, but I'm going to kill you. Maybe. Yes, killed him. Okay, he did drop the prismarine crystals. Can I put a torch on this? No, I can't. I can put a torch here to get some light really quick, or some breath. Alright, so I just came out from over here. And so I'm going to put ladders on the right. And see where this goes. Yes, it's very much a maze, but basically I'm up 1 level now. If I were to go... Hello. If I were to go back down... Yikes! Alright, can I kill that guy? He just swam back down there. Does this just go to a dead-end room? Yes, this seems to just be a dead end. Alright, left is leaving. This goes back out to this room that has these things that I'd like to get into, but we need to get rid of mining fatigue first. Where else can I go from here? There's something up there that I could go to. So many of you guys around. Alright, but we'll kill another one of you. I wonder how much experience these guys give. At some point, once we get rid of all the elders and get rid of all the mining fatigue, I'll try to experiment with that as well. I wonder if you could turn this into an experience farm, since so many of these guardians spawn around here. Maybe they'd be good for experience? Let's try going up here. Alright, you were dead. Gotta put this on the right. That's going back downwards. So I'm on the second level right now. Let's stay on the second level for a little bit and see if this leads anywhere. I think we've seen this before. That guy can't really see me. I'm gonna swim over his head. I'm gonna leave this on the right. And is this... Yes, we saw this room last time. This circles around to somewhere that I've been before, and there was a long hallway here where we ran into a bunch of these guys. They have really interesting AI. Sometimes they swim right past you without seeing you, it seems like. Or maybe without caring about you. Oh, gosh. Cut it out. Alright, let's eat some food. But I need to figure out where this third Elder Guardian is living. And I guess I never went right from the very entrance of the temple. I only went to the left. And so that's another direction that we could go. But I feel like I've explored... I don't know that I've explored all of this, but at least I've got a good mental model of this side. So, can I hit you through here? I'm going to go back out to the entrance of the temple. Oops, that's not the right way. And then... Alright, let's wait for this guy's thorns to go away. Nope, he's going to start attacking me first. How's my armor doing? It's doing fine. And I don't mind killing more of these guys just to get their drops. Alright, feeling pretty confident so far. Things have been going pretty well. We're going back out to the entrance. We're going to try the other side of the temple and see if we can find what will perhaps, presumably, be the third and final... Okay, more mining fatigue. Third and final Elder. Alright, the only way to go here is up. And then this is just a dead end. Okay, so it looks like in order to find him, it does seem that we need to go explore upwards back on the left-hand side of the temple. So I will head back there, although I had to break through this wall to get into this room, and I never looked kind of further up from this room, so maybe I should try that. Let's try going up here and see if this leads anywhere. Nope, break line of sight. Now we swim it around. Alright, you were dead, sir. Did I go through here? I'm kind of worried about getting lost at this point. This doesn't seem to go anywhere. This, I'm going to come back up in just a second. Okay, does go to places that I've been. Right, that just brings me back here. Okay, so assuming that it's possible to reach whatever chamber the third Elder is in via kind of open corridors inside this temple, then I think the only possible remaining location that it could be involves swimming up past this thing and going up even higher into the temple. So, let's try to do that. Oh gosh, so many guardians. Is there anything up in the ceiling up here? No. Alright, when I was over here... we took some damage. Gosh, those guys hit hard. Let me hide down here for just a moment. Since this is kind of a little dead end and no one has line of sight to me, I can regain some health since I've got all my food. My armor's still doing fine. Night vision is about to wear off, so I'm glad I noticed that. So let's prepare to... Let's just go ahead and drink another night vision. Just to go ahead and refresh... Oh no! It still only has... Darn, I thought that that would give me 8 more minutes. It's possible that I just drank a water bottle rather than drinking a night vision potion there. But just in case I didn't, we'll wait for it to wear off completely. And then drink a night vision. Alright, and now go back to work and try to figure out... Okay, there's my exit. There's my... On the left means leaving. I went through here. We said down here was just a dead end. There's nothing in this room. So I've got this here. Right, and this just circled around. So I'm unclear. Oh, gosh. You surprised me, dude. I'm unclear if there's anywhere else. Ah, darn it. These guys hit really hard. I need some more, what I need is, like, pillars like this just kind of throughout this hallway, these long hallways. Oh, crap. Nope. so that I can break line of sight more frequently, I think would be a smart thing to do. Are there any places, any other places where I could, like, go up into the ceiling that I missed? Yeah, I'm really struggling to figure out the layout of this place. It's possible that there's another entrance as well. I just assumed that front entrance was the only way. Ooh, have I gone down this hallway? Yeah, I have. Yeah. I don't know that I'm able, yikes, to find what I'm looking for. We'll do that. Break some line of sight. There's too many guardians around here. Alright, I broke your line of sight, broke your line of sight. Let's just make a sprint for it. I'm going to take a little bit of damage here. Yeah, and this is the main guardian room, and this is where I broke through. What is that block over there? That looked like it might just be some gravel or some andesite or something crazy. Alright, I'm not having a lot of luck. I would like to look at this thing from the outside. Try to get a sense of how much of it I think I have explored. Alright, I know I can... Yeah, there's definitely more at the top. I bet you he's somewhere at the top, and so maybe if I were to drink some milk and break through some blocks in the top, I might be able to make my own entrance into the top and get to another layer that I haven't been to before. It seems like it's nighttime and weather, perhaps, and so I'm going to go ahead and sleep in the bed and take a little break over here. Okay, I dropped off some things in the inventory. I actually don't have mining fatigue right now, but I do have night vision. Let's see if possibly somehow we can get lucky enough to get over to the top of the temple before we get mining fatigue again and can break through some blocks to try to get in. But if not, I will drink some milk. We have all these guardians to deal with, and some of them are eventually going to see me. I suppose there's some blocks over here that I can use to break line of sight for a moment, hopefully. Alright, oh, there's the guardian. Wow, he's right here. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, he's down. All right. And I am still okay, and there's enough blocks here to break line of sight. All right, that was really fortunate. He was just, like, sitting right at the top little section. There's probably more to explore here, but now... Right. Yeah, now I've still got night vision. I don't have mining fatigue. Now I can start, like, mining through this place. I can even do things like collect one of these things that I've never had in my inventory before. A sea lantern, which I think is kind of like glowstone. Yeah, let's try, now that I've broken through here. That will be reasonably easy to see, I think, because it doesn't look like this room goes anywhere else other than down here, so I don't think I'm going to get too lost. How about on this floor? Okay, there's a guardian. Dodge and weave. Hit him with the sword. Take him out. Alright, nothing else here. We're going to stay on this floor. Nothing else here. Alright, so we've done everything on this floor. Up is the way out. What happens if I go down? Alright, there's... Oh, crap. Not even sure... Oh, am I drowning? I'm drowning. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, it seems like there's a whole other section of the temple that was not connected to other things. If I go down here, is this a dead end? Yes, this is a dead end, so there's nothing there. So the only way to go is here, so I can't really get lost. Can't get lost when there's only one way to go. Oh, and there's another one of these things, unless it's the same one. Is this the same one? Did I not see this before? It is the same one. So there was a way to get through here. Basically, I swam up through here. I didn't notice when I walked out through right here that there was a way to kind of like turn around and come right back up here. Okay. So I think I've internalized the rest of the layout of this place reasonably well. There's still a lot of guardians around, which makes me nervous, but now I'm also emboldened at the prospect of being able to break into this thing and see what's inside here. Crap. Alright, I think I just broke the line of sight just in time. Yes, it is gold. Alright, and I could definitely use some gold. And so we are going to grab all of these gold blocks that are inside here. Just like so. Oh, neat. I've even got a little kind of airspace right now as well. And yeah, now I can start mining up a whole bunch of other blocks that I want to get as well. And so we could break... Okay, the sea lanterns actually make a kind of glowstone-y kind of breaky sound. We could break out more of these blocks. Neat. We could tear this whole place down. But at this point, I probably have... I'll probably try to grab a few blocks on the way out, maybe. But I think I've got enough to kind of satisfy me for now. I've got some sea lanterns. I've got a few more of these prismarine. And is it called dark prismarine? The ones that are like the dark green blocks? I think I dug a few of those out when I was trying to get in. Yeah. What is this called? Dark prismarine. So I think I'm happy enough in terms of all the blocks that I have in my inventory. So we will call that a successful day. And perhaps we'll come back here later and try to loot this place a bit more. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. I didn't realize that they added something, yeah, that was as interesting as it is. I really like the maze-like aspect of the temple. I have no idea if like all temples have the same layout, or if they really are kind of like mazes, and each temple has a different layout. That would be something that I would be interested to know, and so we can explore a second temple here in this world in order to learn about that. And yeah, learning about the experience that the Guardians give, trying to learn a little bit more about their AI in terms of fighting them. But yeah, I ended up not even needing to use these things, and now that I've killed 3 Elder Guardians... Ooh, I killed the 3rd one. I don't remember picking up a sponge, or did I drop off the previous sponge in here? I did drop off the previous sponge in here, so we have 3 sponge blocks at this point from killing the 3 Guardians. And so I think that'll be all of the Guardians out of that temple, and so I think I don't have to worry about mining fatigue over here anymore. Apparently my night vision just wore off. Yeah, okay, at this point I'm definitely rambling. I'm gonna take some stuff back home, and yeah, we probably have some strange puzzle of some sort that we should end the episode with. Well, I'm back to this terrifying place. I guess we know the drill. We've got this crazy thing. We've got this chest full of glyphs, and the popular one seemed to be, a lot of people like this one, and a lot of people seem to like this first one. But this one seemed to be the most popular one. And so we will give that guy a shot. Oh my goodness. Yep, I feel always so weird whenever I grab one of those things. It's the craziest thing. I'm almost afraid to turn around and look just to see what's going to be next, but let's go find out what it is. And... my goodness. Probably some 10 more changes, but it doesn't look too terribly terrifying. I hope some of you are enjoying this. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Minecraft Exploration and Tactics. Not to be confused with Minecraft Spacebar, which is a series that has already ended and that I accidentally used in my outro on the previous episode, apparently. See you guys later. Bye-bye!